And the soundtrack already sells the whole movie, even before it started. Good job, John Williams. Opening image, big fancy house, a lot of Christmas lights. No wonder Joe Pesci tried to rob them. Number one rule in movie making is broken when Kevin looks straight into the camera lens and makes eye contact with us, the audience.
Pack my suitcase.
But rules are made for breaking, and in this case it works. Instead of feeling awkward, it makes us identify even more with the lead character of the movie. I mean, who hasn't felt what Kevin is feeling right now?
Hi.
Hi.
Are your parents home?
Yeah?
Do they live here?
No.
This one
No.
gets me every time.
Why should they?
And a point for all of the
kids,
wonderful jokes
no
in this
parents.
movie.
Probably a fancy orphanage.
I'm living alone!
The beat of Kevin's jumping cuts with the finger tapping. Nice touch.
Who's gonna feed your spider while we're gone?
Can Buzz be more of a stereotype of a kid in the 90s? Look at all the stuff in the background. We get it, we're not stupid.
Check it out, old man Marley.
How the hell does Buzz even see him from that angle?
A lot of action around here today, huh?
Macaulay Culkin's younger brother gets a little role in the film. Wooden chair is magically turned into a rubber chair. If you're wondering why Kevin mostly is shot alone in framing, it's because of child labor laws. The production was only allowed to have Macaulay Culkin in front of a camera for 5 hours a day. So to be more efficient, they often shot him and the rest of the actors at separate times.
Say goodnight, Kevin.
Good night, Kevin.
Theme stated, the importance of having a family.
You'd feel pretty sad if you woke up tomorrow morning and you didn't have a family.
Which, by the way, is the theme of every Home Alone movie.
I hope I never see any of you jerks again.
If the power just went out, how come there's still light on the nightstand? We just learned a couple of minutes ago that 15 people are in the house spending the night.
There are 15 people in this house. You're the only one who has to make trouble.
And not even one morning person?
Peter!
I mean, come on.
Where's he left in?
Fast forwarding. Come on, that's too easy, guys.
Run, run, Rudolph! Randolph ain't too far behind.
Excellent song choice.
Run, run, Rudolph! Santa's gotta make it to town.
Here's a setup with an immediate payoff.
Hope we didn't forget anything.
And here's a great way to tell a story by using sound and contrast. From quiet to noisy and back to quiet. Almost everything inside the McAllister house is the color green and red. Why? Yep, you guessed it. It's a Christmas movie and it helps their home feel warm and cozy. Angels with Filthy Souls is unfortunately not a real flick, and what we see here is made specially for this movie alone. A shame, could have been a classic. And a movie with that title is definitely worth watching.
1, 2, 10.
Kevin gets scared and calls for his mom.
Mom!
Cut to plane where Kevin's mom has a bad feeling, as if she just heard his call for help.
What's the matter?
Terrible feeling.
Lovely little cut. Kevin breaks the fourth wall a lot in this movie. But here, his mom realizes that she forgot her son home alone. And to help us relate even more, she gets to look straight into the camera as well.
Kevin!
Very clever. I can't say this enough. Show it, don't tell it. This is another example of not being able to communicate to your audience without the use of words.
This is ridiculous. Only a wimp would be hiding under a bed. And I can't be a wimp. I'm the man of the house.
I know it's a thing throughout the whole movie that he talks to himself, but still, minus points for using the easy way out. Up to this point, Kevin is always shot from above, showing his lower status.
Hey! I'm not afraid anymore! I said I'm not afraid anymore!
But Kevin mans up, and for the first time we see him shot from a lower angle.
Afraid anymore!
That doesn't last long though, and as his creepy neighbor comes up to him, Kevin gets scared, and the camera rises to shoot Kevin from above again. Classic movie telling. Home Alone temporarily feels like a Wes Anderson movie.
Hold on. Larry, can you pick up? There's some lady on hold, sounds kind of hyper.
What line, Rose?
2.
Family Crisis Intervention, Sergeant Balzac.
Did he just say Sergeant Balzac?
Family Crisis Intervention, Sergeant Balzac.
Buzz's girlfriend is actually a boy dressed as a girl.
Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
Again, great choice of song.
Oh, what a Christmas to have the blue.
You get lost.
Other than that, I'm in good shape.
Thank you, and a point for not putting the cliché pigeons taking off and flying away. Lovely camera angle, and a smart way to show that Kevin wants to get the box way up high on the top shelf. An easy and very effective way to determine where your audience eyes are focused is letting your object stand alone in your framing. Look at the jacket's color and the light on John Candy's group in the background. It helps let us know that he's about to get introduced to the movie. The car breaking down was not originally in the script. Kid Hudson, who plays Santa, just stayed in the character and improvised. A great opportunity of a cool cut is ruined by a crossfade. I guess if you can't solve it, dissolve it. Same soundtrack always plays when face of creepy neighbor is revealed. This is a commonly used effect that helps the audience quickly pinpoint who, when, or where in the movie we are. Kevin does an awesome power slide.
Wow! Wow!
Jack Black would be proud. Here is another example of how well the soundtrack is used throughout the whole movie. The mood of the score is happy as Kevin escapes, but changes instantly when we cut, empathizing that he is sad and disappointed in himself.
I'm a criminal.
This shot is reversed in the editing room. The real footage would look like this. Marv and Harry drive around in a plumber van for a firm called OK Plumbing and Heating, which is kind of funny because they call themselves the Wet Bandits.
We're the Wet Bandits.
Did they come back?
Iris.
There are a lot of questions in this clip. How do the dolls move? How does Michael Jordan hoover around? As Michael comes into the framing, the camera uses his movement as a cue to follow him all the way to the purpose of this shot, where we get the answers to all our questions. Kevin is the one moving the dolls, and Michael is strapped to a little model train set driving around the living room. Probably the greatest prank ever made on screen.
1, 2, 10.
Beat of the song matches the sound of the church bell. Even Marv gets to look directly into the camera.
Hello.
This little scene was inspired and a tribute to Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I never get this cut. I mean, it's almost exactly the same framing. What's the point? However, considering this movie was made in the 1990s, I think they pulled off the blowtorch effect pretty well. It's based on an old effect called Pepper's Ghost, which basically means that the torch and Harry are in two different spots with a reflective glass in the middle. If you look closely, you can see the reflection in the glass. This is also why the flames don't affect Harry's shadow. And by the way, did you know that Joe Pesci has recorded his own Christmas song?
Santa works all day in his workshop, making a lot of games and toys. There he is!
Is that Dominic Purcell from Prison Break? Greatest scream in movie history. And by the way, this is a one take. Daniel Stern is afraid of spiders and only agreed to shoot this scene once. Camera is slightly rotated to empathize the drama of the scene.
Hiya, pal.
Macaulay Culkin still has a scar on his finger because Joe Pesci accidentally bit him too hard. Which is funny, cause you never actually see him bite him on screen. Here is a wonderful way of showing and not telling. Kevin's actions, the song playing, and the wide framing shot from above gives us a great sense of loneliness, which Kevin is obviously feeling right now.
And have yourself a merry little Christmas.
This is not real snow falling on screen. The crew used potato flakes and fans to create the illusion. And if you look closely, you can see the fans in action. Kevin has superhero side powers just like Buzz. here's where all the moms cried. And here's where John Williams gets another point for making such an awesome soundtrack. Final image. The movie ends with a brilliant joke and the famous shocked Macaulay Culkin face.
Kevin! What did you do to my room?